Okay, we're recording. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Jerry Garcia, and today I will be presenting my training video on my topic, performance management, and our company is called BrightPath Solutions. The focus of this training is to move more beyond traditional annual reviews and to use more of a modern performance management system. This training will also explain how feedback, such as coaching, goal-setting technology, and fairness, can also help employees and managers improve performance throughout this year. So our company scenario right now, BrightPath Solution is our actual company, our professional service company. Recently, the company has noticed a problem with the way the performance is being managed. Those employees are only viewing formal feedback once a year during their annual review. And because of this, some of the employees feel surprised or even by their negative feedback. Some of the managers are not documenting on the performances consistently, and the expectations are not always clear. The purpose of this training is to help fix that problem by helping explaining and to have a better approach to a better performance management. So before we start, what is performance management? Performance management is a continuous process that helps employees understand how they are doing and how they can improve. It is not just only about judging employees or even giving them a source or some kind of score once a year, but it also includes a communication, feedback, coaching, and support. A strong performance management system can help employees understand their job expectations, and connect to their work and their organizations in the future of their goals or of the company. When it comes to this, it is done correctly, and it would also help both employees and the organization succeed. So the problem of annual reviews is that traditional annual reviews, they can be useful, yes. They help with documents. They help with documenting the employee performances and support those decisions about raises, promotions, and disciplines, or even their termination. But however, annual reviews also have their weaknesses. One major problem is that feedback may come too late, or even if an employee makes the same mistake for months, but only hears about it during the annual review, that loses their chance to improve earlier. Annual reviews can also feel a little stressful because employees may feel judged instead of being supported. But this is one meeting per year, and I feel like one of those meetings per year is not enough for these employees. So for our modern performance management, they focuses more on the continuous feedback and employee development. Instead of waiting until the end of the year, managers and employees should, communicate throughout the year. This would also include more on regular check-ins, coaching, conversations, and their goal updates. The goal of this is not to only evaluate their past performances, but also to help the employees improve in their future. Here in BrightPath Solutions, this means that managers should also give them a guided way for the employees. It also should help them explain their expectations clearly and give them a better support even before problems becomes that serious. In some scenarios, if it's not a problem yet, but once it does, it will become a bigger problem for the organization or any company. For continuous feedback at BrightPath Solutions, it should become more of a part of a workplace culture. Managers should also give feedback early and often, not only when something goes wrong. Feedback should also be more specific, not more respectful, but it should be respectful in general and helpful. Employees should also feel comfortable asking questions and clarifying those expectations. An example would be, instead of waiting for an annual review, I feel like a manager can schedule short monthly check-ins to discuss those progresses, those strengths, and as well those areas that they need to improve. This also helps the employees know what they want to stand on and what they need to work on to better help the organization. So the use of technology, we want to understand that using the use of technology the right way. Technology in general is very useful and supportive. It can help us improve performances, especially for performance management. In BrightPath Solutions, we use BrightPath Solution can use HR systems such as dashboards and global tracking and using them as a tool and to organize performance information. And with this tool, it can help managers document their feedback, track employee goals, and review progress throughout the year. However, we have to understand that technology should not be something that we should replace with human judgment. Employees, they should be treated more like, they shouldn't be treated more like numbers on a dashboard. Technology should also support with communication and decision making, but managers still need to listen and understand the situation of these employees and use fairness in evaluating those employees. The fairness and documentations are very important in this performance management. Managers should keep accurate and professional records of the performance conversations, such as their warnings, their goals, and their improvement plans in the future. Employees should be evaluated based on their actual job performances, not based on personal opinions or any biases. This is especially because performances on the records may be used for decision making, such as about their discipline or the promotion, or worst case scenario, even their termination. Fair documentation protects for both the employees and the company because it shows the decisions that are based on clear and consistent reasoning. For the best practices for managers and employees, there are several. The several best practices in BrightPath Solutions should follow as is. First, we want managers and employees should have more of a clear and measurable goal. Secondly, expectations should be communicated early so employees know what success looks like. Third, regular check-ins should be scheduled throughout the year. Fourth, feedback should be respectful and specific. And finally, managers should document more about important conversations and focus on helping employees grow. For these employees, they also have a role by asking those type of questions and accepting those feedbacks from managers and working towards their improvement. Our key takeaways and overall, um, I'd say the takeaway of this training is that performance management should be more of a continuous, fair, and a focus on the growth of the employee for the organization. Annual reviews alone, I believe, are not enough because employees need feedback throughout the year. Whenever managers provide regular feedback, they are used for technology. They use technology. I am mistaken. Managers provide regular feedback. We use the tool such as technology and responsibly, and the documents that are performed needs to be fairly. And we need to focus more on employee development at the workplace so that it can become a better environment. Here in BrightPath Solutions, performance management should not be used only to judge people or those employees, but it should also be used to help employees improve and succeed, as well to contribute to the success of the organizations. That seems to be it for my presentation and my video. Thank you for your time.